I'm going to make a special video today, something very different than what we normally do, and something to my knowledge I've not done in the year and a half we've been on the air here. But because of a lot of comments by a lot of our viewers on some of the shows we've been having here of late, I think there's something that I need to address. There has been some confusion and a misunderstanding of something that I said on a recent show. And I felt like I needed to set the record straight so people understood what I was saying and what I actually meant. This boils down to, if you haven't seen it already, I'm going to play the clip here from the show where all this backlash came from. And in this clip that you're about to see, I was talking about the risk of the Russia-Ukraine war expanding beyond the current borders and what would happen if it went beyond Ukraine. The risk, however small, remains that something unexpected could happen that could cause this thing to flame up into areas beyond the Ukrainian borders. And that would serve no one's interest. Not the Ukrainians, not the West, not the Russians. I know you don't care about the Russians, neither do I. I care about the Ukrainian people, I care about Europe, and I care about the United States. That's what we need to do. Now, when I said that, first of all, many people got upset because they said, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't care about the Russians, et cetera? Now, at first I didn't. The reason I haven't said anything about this so far is because I said, well, that's just a few people who misunderstood what I meant there. Because in my view, listen, I have gone 100 times, maybe more than that, since we've started this operation, this channel. I've always said how emphatic I am that I care about everyone's lives, that I don't want Russians to die, I don't want Ukrainians to die, I don't want anyone to die. That's why I want this war over with. But I want to be clear about something. I am not pro-Russian. I am pro-truth. That's why, whether we're talking about the Israeli-Hamas situation, I'm not for Israel, I'm not for Hamas, but I am for all the people living in harmony and not dying. I'm for the Jewish people. I'm for the Palestinian people. And I am for the truth. And when people's policies are going down paths that are not conducive to keeping people alive, and are keeping especially wars in both of those cases going that should have stopped long time ago or never even started, then we're going to call that stuff out. And in the context with what I was talking about right there, I was saying that what my message, as you could see in that clip there, was to the Ukrainians and to the Americans specifically. I said, when I said I don't care about the Russians, what I meant very clearly, I think from the context, is that I'm not worried about talking to the Russians. They can figure it out for themselves. They're on their own in terms of, frankly, as you see from nearly all of my shows here, they're one of the few that are actually relatively logical and straightforward about what they want. They know what they want. They know what they want to accomplish, and they know where they're going. So I'm not worried about the Russian side. I'm worried about our side. And so when I say I don't care, maybe I was a little too flippant with how I put it, and somebody who didn't really understand my perspective might think that I meant I don't care about the people. That's clearly not the case. And if anybody's confused on that, I'm going to eliminate it now. I do very much care about all the people who are fighting this. I literally pray every single morning for the men on the Russian side who are fighting and the men on the Ukrainian side who are fighting, that this war can be over and the dying can stop. Every day. That's not just something I'm saying as a throwaway line. That's something I mean. And so I'm certainly not going to pray for the Russian side that they can stop being killed if I don't care about them, because I do. I care about all of them. But I'm not pro-Russian. I just want to be very clear on that point. I'm pro-truth, and we're going to keep going that. So if Russia does something that needs to be called out, we'll call it out. And when the U.S. administration does something that needs to be called out, we're going to call that out too, because that's what we do. When we say we're unintimidated and uncompromised, that's what we mean. We're going to call everything out the way it is. But I wanted to make sure people were aware of what I meant, that I don't care about the Russian people or don't care about their death. I very much do. I want all the killing to stop. Thank you very much.